Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as Communist China. We are currently involved in a war against Japan, with China as the United Front attempts to hold off the much larger and much more powerful Japanese Empire. As you can see, the war is not immensely going in our favor. In fact, we are actually weaker now than we were at the beginning of the game due to me not really understanding some of the game mechanics and causing about half my divisions to commit suicide. But we're recovering, so there's that. Yeah. I'm going to focus on fixing our military. On the other hand, the Czechs are really just dying at this point. Yeah, the Czechs are going to go, and then the war in Europe will actually start. So we'll see how that goes. The Japanese are slowly pushing their way down into China. Our casualties are 2 million to their 126,000, which tells you Chiang Kai-shek's China is pretty terrible at combat, to the point that they've almost lost almost all of the casualties on their own. Everyone else is relatively low. Japan is just that much superior to us in combat ability right now. Yeah. There's not much I can do. Just kind of strengthening my defenses, deploying my troops in the few battles that I can actually afford to deploy them in, and actually trying to build up a industry that's actually capable of producing arms. But it's taking a while. We only get like 18 guns a day, which is pretty terrible. But alas, it's rather boring at the moment. No, I don't need to do that. Do I want to do war propaganda versus these guys? Might be worth it. Yeah, let's do some war propaganda. The worst that happens is we sit at 100 propaganda and we get the biggest benefits we can from it. Let's see if there's any other benefits to this stuff. 7 days army. 7 days offensive line, spearhead. It doesn't seem like there's a huge benefit to me stockpiling command power at the moment. But on the other hand, this front has calmed down a little bit. He's going for communism. What is he going for? Nothing. Down here we've got him for going for fascist, apparently. And over there, nothing. Okay. Well, it's kind of amusing to watch the back and forth of the war, but there's nothing I can really do about it. You just have to kind of sit and wait. It'll be interesting what happens in Europe. I suspect it'll go the same way as it went historically. France will be overrun and fall and then retreat to North Africa. We'll see. I don't actually know what they've done, although it does look like they've strengthened government, which means France is not as weak as they could be. What were you doing? You weren't doing doctrine. Probably should get artillery really on the field at some point. Oh, we've trained a unit. Okay. We now have 7 divisions on the field compared to the 112 that they China has, which numbers in the thousands of actual manpower deployed. In terms of actual manpower, we fielded a little bit more than they do. Of course, they have better manpower. People's Liberation Army. Okay, that means I no longer have the penalty from that. It's good. Could do Maoism stuff. That would help a little bit too. Let's do... well, that's more of a... not as useful. I don't really feel the need to confront the warlords. I think I might do enforce the 3 rules and just get some more stability on my side. Considering I did that event earlier, which gave us a good amount of stability, being at war is really the only reason we have negative stability. If everybody has negative stability at war, we actually have a shot at this. The problem is it's just really hard to beat the Japanese. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Especially now that they've been buffed in this patch, which is pretty crazy. Wow, look at that defense. That's crazy. Wow. Wow, they are... I have no idea how we're actually winning these fights. Their statistics for their troops are just so much better than ours. On the other end, we are getting some infantry leader bonuses. Same thing with organizer, but that's about it. Let's see. Nope, nothing going here. Not much happening for organizer, infantry leader, commando. He's got some experience towards that. Let's check out him. In terms of hill fighting and urban's hill fighting, he should be getting more experience in. Guess not. Bulgaria, of course, is causing trouble. The Balkan powder keg living up to its name of causing trouble around the world. We have 100% war support, so there's that. I don't feel the need to do an emergency factory conversion, but it might be needed at some point. War bonds, might as well do it. I don't actually see if there's a downside to war bonds at the moment. Not that it really helps much. We're not spending much on consumer goods anyway. And we're only sending 2 on that, which isn't making a big difference. That's what I should have done. I should have shifted from total partial mobilization to like war economy. Or even to total mobilization. Oh well, things to learn for next time I play this. Rather than being a bit of an idiot about my troops, never waste them in an assault I don't have to. It's so amazing how strong the Japanese division is now. Look at that, almost 1,000 defense value. And we have barely 35 attack. Crazy. We just have no equipment to even build our Mountaineer division. The joy of not having tons going for you. Ooh, political actions. There we are. I can do this. That'll boost stability a lot. Plus enforcing 3 rules will help too. And then if we do permit opium trade will reduce consumer goods, but on the other hand will give us governmental corruption. I think we'll ban the opium trade. The more popular support we get, the better. I wonder what the air battle looks like. We have nothing going for us air-wise, but northern China has some naval stuff going for us. This really doesn't help us because we don't have any tanks, but... Huh. We'll see how it actually goes once we manage to train some more troops. How much does Shek have here? 119. So he's actually not managing to train any more troops. It's more of a he's maintaining the amount of troops he has in the field. And also apparently losing them like crazy. We've lost almost 1 million more people and they've barely lost 20,000. I might just have to go back and play as Chiang Kai-shek just to not lose the sheer amount of troops he's losing. He needs to take War of Resistance to get the defense and stuff. War of Resistance, he does get the defense like us. Well, right now it doesn't appear that we're losing territory. We're definitely not winning territory though. Plus all my troops are green because I'm just losing so many men. Talk about brutal. Not much going on, so I'm not talking too much. No point in talking if there's nothing happening. Although I might try and swing one of these infantry production into doing an artillery once I finish actually knowing what artillery is. Because artillery does make a big difference, especially versus tanks and stuff. Even though we're actually horribly behind in technology. Ugh. There's only so much we can do to catch up. But it looks like the northern front has largely stalled out, as is the southern one, which is good. So long as Japan can't invade somewhere down here, the war will be delayed until they attack the US and stuff. It's probably naval supremacy. They definitely are dominating. In fact, I don't even have a navy, but because I'm not even on the ocean. Let's produce 1 artillery. You get 1 a week. That's horribly slow. See, the thing is, the infantry equipment's good on defense, but not really good on offense. Which is part of the reason we're losing. At least we have tungsten. We have banned opium trade. Czechoslovakia is gone, I'm pretty sure. Question is, did the Germans create Slovakia, or they did create Slovakia? Italy took out Albania. And now we're going to have the Germans become friends with the Russians, and the Italians become friends with the Germans. Joy. Just what we want to see. On the other hand, the English are finally arming. Let's see, what's the US up to? I suspect they've just been, you know, building up their stuff. They're still in isolation. But at least they're doing prepared intervention, which is something. Factory-wise, they have the most in the world, I believe. Yeah, by far and away the most in the world. They have hundreds. Okay, well, at least it keeps them out of trouble for the moment. We just have to delay long enough for the Japanese to attack the Americans. Once they do that, we have a really good shot at winning the war. He's going to start suffering penalties here. He's taking welfare. Gets war support, but he's going to lose. He's going to suffer inflation penalties like crazy. I don't think there's any that lower inflation. I have no idea how he's supposed to lower inflation. He certainly has a much more dynamic tree than I do. Right now I'm just kind of sitting here. There's our goal, the Japanese islands. Bicycle battalions! Because why not? Add technology, bicycle infantry. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I guess it's vaguely effective. Here's the other thing, though. The battle lines are starting to get closer and closer to our territory. Well, we do have some forts in the area. We need more. We need like that to hope to stop them. Otherwise, we just don't have any civilian factories really producing stuff at the moment. We still haven't recovered from the long march. I don't think there's a way for me to speed it up, is there? I had to take Soviet economic aid. Well, I guess on that note I'll end this here because not much is happening, and I'll see you guys all next time, I guess. Bye for now.